Not only was today just about perfect, but it was a weekend and Mother's Day, really great for any plans you might have had outdoors today. And we do keep the nice weather around into the start of the day tomorrow. So we have high pressure building in from the northwest right now. We'll take you to First Alert Futurecast tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. High pressure basically overhead, and it slowly will drift away from us as the day goes on. But perhaps what's a bit more interesting is by Tuesday, high pressure is still nearby, though a bit offshore, shifting our wind to an onshore wind direction, but also blocking this area of low pressure from actually making it to us during the daylight hours. We'll talk much more about the incoming rain chances, but let's talk a little bit more about what today was like. Here's a picture from Norfolk that my parents sent in. Really great visibility here. We can see for miles and miles and miles from the northwestern corner of the state, and that was what we experienced statewide today. No clouds really to speak of, except for some developing cloud cover over Long Island, and we can actually see some of that to our south right now. First Alert Live radar scanning clear and dry. You don't need to worry about umbrellas for the remainder of the evening. And our iCam view in New London, we're at 71 degrees, showing a bit of cloud cover there off in the distance. We'll take you live to our iCam in Rocky Hill right now, looking north to the Hartford skyline. Note the trees are moving around just a little bit out there. A bit of a breeze has developed, wind speeds 5 to 15 miles an hour out of the north. So it's that offshore wind helping to push shoreline towns into the mid-70s. But no matter where you are, really is quite comfortable out there. Given how dry the air is and the clear skies overhead, temperatures will fall quickly over the next several hours. We're down anywhere from about 15 to 20 degrees by 11 o'clock tonight. So if you're planning to be out past dark, certainly recommend having a sweater on standby, dipping into the 40s as early as 1 or 2 in the morning. And there could even be a few towns that make it into the upper 30s tonight. That's what we're forecasting throughout the Litchfield Hills and into the Naugatuck Valley, also throughout the quiet corner of the state. Elsewhere, 91, 95 corridors, about 40 to 45 degrees. That is seasonably cool for this time of year, but frost really not too much of a concern. And given that the sun rises in the 5 o'clock hour this time of year, by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're already back well into the 50s, into the 60s, nearing 70 degrees by lunchtime. Ending the day, we'll say in the mid-70s inland, closer to the 70-degree mark along the shoreline, given that onshore wind direction. We don't see much in the way of cloud cover tomorrow, perhaps some clouds increasing late. On Tuesday, a very dry day, but late Tuesday night, showers will be on the increase, and we do expect showers by Wednesday, becoming a bit more scattered in nature. Our model comparison showing light shades of green. So certainly not a washout by Wednesday afternoon. This is 4 p.m., but it will be a bit wetter out there. That's also when we start to see just a little bit of relief in the pollen counts. They will be high both tomorrow and Tuesday. So this is your first alert to keep those allergy meds nearby if that's something that you suffer from. Temperatures tonight, upper 30s, low 40s inland, 40 to 45 along the shoreline. By tomorrow, we're talking maybe mid and upper 60s in southeastern Connecticut, elsewhere about 70 to 75 degrees, which is pretty close to where we typically would be this time of year. Showers return late Tuesday. By Wednesday, we're looking at scattered showers. Thursday becoming muggier. Scattered showers likely on Thursday, too. And then Friday, we're muggy. Showers return late. Shoreline highs dipping into the upper 60s Wednesday, back to the 70s Thursday and Friday. Looking ahead to next weekend, it begins on a muggy note. Thunderstorms possible on Saturday, and we're going optimistically dry next Sunday at this point in time. Breezy and brighter with highs in the mid-70s.
Thanks, Mike.